Hello, everybody. This is Tom, and this is not.
Oh shit, we're starting. I didn't even notice. Sorry. I'm still getting this chair in order. Hold on. I say chair, and I'm sitting on a medicine ball. Sorry.
Oh god.
Did not mean to start out that way.
Okay, so here is episode 3.
Yep.
Revenge of the Podcast.
Fuck you. We're not making Star Wars references at all until we start talking about Battlefront, if we ever do.
Yeah, that'll probably come up eventually.
Yeah.
So, today, probably what we're going to cover, well, not probably, we're already in the art of it. Ha, we tricked you into giving us a view.
Fuck you. Fuck your mom. I can say whatever I want in this podcast, and it will never come back to haunt me.
Did Jeremy John sue us yet?
No. Surprisingly. Should I have said yes to like ensue a story or something like that? Should I have said yes? He did sue us. He took our $1 from that one video that we produced.
Oh yeah, our video made a whole $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love you, Johns.
Yep.
You're a great guy. Favorite movie reviewer. That's why we don't do movie reviews.
Yeah. It's technically not copyright unless we're doing a movie review, right? Am I right?
It's shady.
Yeah.
Depends. But anyways,
Shut up, copyright.
Shut up, copyright. Nobody likes you.
Yeah.
What's that country? Norway, I think?
Norway.
Doesn't have copyright.
Really? Norway?
It's one of those 3 countries up there in Europe.
You sure you're not just making this shit up?
No, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Because one of them, I remember the Pirate Bay was legal to have a domain in that country. Because
That's hilarious.
Because there were no piracy laws in that country. But anyways.
Well, that's a country I might want to move to one day.
I forget what one it is. I honestly don't remember. Don't quote me on it. If you guys know, then feel free to put it in the comment section below. Let me know. And I'm not going to rip off Jeremy Johns anymore.
If Donald Trump becomes president, I'll move to Norway.
You're taking me with you.
Yeah, you can fit inside my luggage.
You guys can come with us.
Yeah, the entirety of America can come with us. I think like most, like 75% of America would want to move out.
He'd trump us.
Yeah.
He'd take away our passports.
You're fired.
He'd call us Mexicans. We wouldn't be allowed to leave. But anyways.
Stop getting political on everyone, Tom. Sorry.
All right. So, are video games an art? Question of the day. You start.
I'll say, it's a very broad question considering what video games are nowadays. You look at a game like that has like a really intriguing story, and you can look at art in many, many different ways. You could consider like the graphics and the world that a video game designer creates as an art, or you could think of the story and or the characters of a video game more of like a literature version of art.
Yeah, guess that makes sense.
So it really does just depend on what video games you're looking at, first of all. And I would say, yeah, video games are definitely an art.
For me, I would argue that it depends. And for the most part, I agree that video games are an art. I think that we're not in agreement there. I think that what qualifies it as an art is where we might vary a little.
Probably, yeah.
Now, is Super Mario an art? I mean, we're both obviously going to say yes to that, I would assume.
True, yeah.
The original Mario Bros. And it didn't have very good story. It didn't need to. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah, it was more or less of the intriguing gameplay.
Yeah.
Sort of like that, I guess.
Yeah, it went up.
It revolutionizes.
Yeah, it intrigued all the animal abusers out there into stepping on turtles.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't even know that now.
So, pretty much, I would argue that what makes a video game an art is A, the passion put into it, and B, the story. And C, I guess you could say, is maybe gameplay. But that really depends, because you have a game like Heavy Rain that I consider one of the best forms of video game art form, and it has little to no gameplay.
True. I would have to say, I get what you're saying about like the story and like the passion put into it. But we're getting into an age where video games are
commercialized.
Yeah. They're a lot more like before, probably like 2000 video games weren't that big. Well, they were a big deal, but like they've really hit pop culture in the last 15 years.
To quote the guy, I forget his name, great guy. He's the guy behind Fallout 4. At his E3 conference, he said, "God, we've taken a long time. We used to be next to the porn booth about 10 years ago, and now we've filled an entire stadium. So, I mean, he's true in that respect.
Yeah.
Gaming has grown exponentially. However, I believe that that's not an excuse. I'm not one of those crotchety old bastards who will tell you, oh, well, back in my day, because, back in my day, games looked like shit, and other than Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the classic Grand Theft Auto games, I have no compelling desire to go back and play older games.
Well, true, but those older games were, again, revolutionizing, and that's how I sort of see those as the beginning of art, basically, with video games, where they were the original trendsetters. Yeah.
Well, if I were to think about how I would define art, and I'm not looking it up on the dictionary right now.
No, he's not. He really isn't.
It's a noun. How do I pronounce it again?
Art.
Okay, there we go.
No, wait, let me hear that again.
Art.
All right, there we go.
Sorry.
The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power.
Art.
So, now that we're back to...
Now that you're doing that.
Now that we're back to art, we can cover this.
Yeah. No!
You suck.
Me.
Fart.
No, we're not going to cover fart. So...
All I had to do was add an F to the Google search.
Alright.
How to troll people.
So, just for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about, art in Spanish. Arte.
Alright, we got the picture, Tom. The joke is dying.
Okay, so arte.
Art.
S.
R2D2.
Fuck, ever since I took up Chinese in place of Spanish, I've been losing more and more Spanish knowledge.
Shut up.
I can't.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, anyways, what I was trying to get across, but I got really off track and things happened, was art is, according to the definition, you look back.
Oh my god, you're so...
I don't want the definition of fart. I want the definition of art. It is the...
So unprofessional, Tom.
The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. That says that there is passion put into art. Now, what I consider... God damn it, I'm throwing you under the bus again. Call of Duty. Throwing it under the bus. I know.
It's easy, though. It's like that really stupid-looking kid. Like, I'll say at the bus stop. That you just want to push over into the street.
You're horrible.
Because he's just, like, loud and obnoxious, and he doesn't give a shit. He's not doing it to be funny. He's doing it because that's him, and you're just like, well, here comes the bus. Kick.
What a shame.
Yeah, what a shame.
But, as you look to the pavement and you go, oh, well, that must have hurt. We got to think to yourself, what makes art art? Would you take a painting? If I were to put days into an artwork of my late grandfather and beautifully paint it and put it up on the wall, would you consider that art? Now, unless you have a mental deficiency, you're probably telling me yes, you would consider that art. However, if I were to take my own urine and make it in my grandfather's likeness, it probably wouldn't be considered art now, would it?
Some people might consider that art. I know some pretty weird art people.
Yeah,
but
they can go in the basement with the mathletes.
Again, thinking about something, you have Call of Duty is a fantastic example right now.
Although
compared Call of Duty, there are millions of pieces of art that are replicated and replicated over time and time from different artists to different artists. And I kind of see, I don't really want to call it Call of Duty an art, but it kind of, most video games are an art. No, I'm going to call it right there. Most video games are an art, including Call of Duty in its own respects.
This is where I'm going to go directly against you. Creative imagination is what fuels games. When you have a game that is corporate-led, or it doesn't have passion put into it, or its only purpose is to exploit people's wallets and deepest desires, I would argue that it's not an art. That's where you cross the line into holy shit, you're shiesty. Personally, I would feel that an art form doesn't necessarily have to be described by its qualities. Moreover, you could describe art by the way that it is. I know that seems really stonerish to state.
Well, we are high right now.
Yeah, sure we are. But,
420 blaze it.
UBR does not condone drugs. So, we're
the UBP now, actually.
UBP.
The UBP, the weird sexual transmitted diseases.
UBR does not advocates sexually transmitted diseases. Get checked.
Yep. All right. So what are you saying? Sorry, I interrupted.
I was saying
with
that to qualify an art form, first off, you need imagination to go into it. You need passion to go into it, and you need many things like that for it to be considered art. Now, you could use a flip argument on me of, well, Kanye West. I mean,
people consider him art, and he just is shite.
he
more or
likes
less.
fish sticks.
Yeah. There's really shite art that people. It's definitely more or less of a matter of perspective with a lot of things. Like, some people can see a splotch of vomit on a wall and say, "Hey, that looks
beautiful.
like fucking brilliant piece of art."
Somebody give him like the filthy Frank eyebrow and go like, perfect.
Yeah, it's literally just like, it's a matter of perspective. So if you think Call of Duty is not art, that's perfectly fine because you have a lot of reasons to say that. But Call of Duty definitely did at one point. At one point in the cycle,
yeah,
somebody was really putting passion into it. And again, probably as the companies and stuff shift, like, I think it's like Activision, Treyarch, and like Hammerhead or some other company or whatever.
Generic.com.
Yeah. Somebody has to be doing something to make a video game and to put the time into it. I mean, I know they're going to make a lot of money out of it, but they have to have at least some form of passion to actually care to do something like that, even if it is like a copy and paste of the former one. I mean, somebody has to have passion to recreate a Van Gogh piece just because Van Gogh, again, what is amazing.
Well,
his art is, at least.
When I pay my taxes and I have to do it, that's not an art. I'm going to lose my house if I don't pay my taxes. That doesn't make taxes an art. If somebody's a game developer and Ubisoft is paying them good money, go throw you under the bus, Ubisoft. Let's talk about Unity. Yeah.
Well, Unity was shit, but...
Yeah, bet you didn't see that coming. I'll put a link in the description of a guy that I watch, Review Tech USA. He had a friend. He found an article where he exposed a lot of horror stories. I hate the word exposed. Where he showed a bunch of horror stories that these people had. They got to meet deadlines. They're forced to cut corners, things like that. When that happens, it becomes corporate and industrialized, and it crosses from music to Kanye West. And that's when we determine when something stops being an art. No, Kanye, you are not an artist.
True. But the whole thing is, the passion is always there. It's just wearing down over time. When you have that original spark in passion, when you first create, like, the first Assassin's Creed game, you put passion in that fucking thing.
Yeah, that game's got heart. Like,
yeah.
You can tell.
Then it slowly dies down over time, where it's just, you're beating a dead horse for cash.
I think that Assassin's Creed officially started going downhill when they fired the actual guy who created it.
When they do that, I don't even know.
They fired the guy who created it. I think they did it after Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I think they did it after Assassin's Creed. Anyways,
because AC3 was pretty bad, right?
I liked it. You guys should
I didn't
check
really
out
like
my
the
top
revolutionary.
6 AC3 game.
I didn't really like the revolutionary setting, in all honesty.
Yeah, I love it. You guys should check out. I don't love it, but you guys should check out my top 6 Assassin's Creed videos. But
shameless promotion.
Yeah, it's not as bad as me promoting a Let's Play that we discontinued in the middle of an.
What Let's Play?
Yeah, exactly.
There was no Let's Play.
Unless you look. Boom.
Boom.
But in all seriousness, I think that we've been over this, but Assassin's Creed, you could argue that it's an art because Alec's right. However, art could also come down to a visual sense. If Assassin's Creed is managing to replicate some of these settings with such perfection and passion, like Assassin's Creed Unity, art is very subjective. I guess that's what we're getting at, and this is probably going to be a fairly short episode compared to the other two. Art is very subjective. If you look at the way that Paris, France was designed in Assassin's Creed Unity, it was made on 1-to-1 scale with actual Paris, France from that time.
Yeah, they had to give a shit about that.
Yeah, that or somebody needed their job.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but
we're not.
Might be a combination of both, actually. But
yeah,
I'll use my favorite game this year, The Witcher, as an example. They literally had a budget like. I'm not going to do the math here, but they had a $15 million budget.
They had a studio that was a fraction of the size of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, literally they had. Witcher was definitely a work. All three of them. I can't say this about every game. All three of them were works of passion, created by the developer, and like a very small developer studio created this really huge, amazing world, and it's a work of passion. All 3 of the Witcher series games were works of passion. Now, I can't say that about every game, but there is definitely passion put into every game series. It's just dying down over time as the mechanics and the world, not really the world, but like the mechanics and like the idea of the game gets old, and it's basically just beating the dead horse over and over.
Yeah. Well, to describe art, another thing that you could bring into it, and I guess I'm going to branch into movies very, very briefly, because this channel is not primarily a movies channel, even though I do have a movie video planned for some point in October. The way that you make a movie to decide if it's an art form, there needs to be a way to discern the New Hopes of the world from the Zookeeper 2s, or the Paul Blarts of the world.
I don't know what you're talking about. Paul Blart 2, I think they have the Paul Blart 2
Return of the Mall Cop.
Return of the Mall Cop in Hawaii or something.
No, it was like a big commercial for this one resort. They filmed on location on a resort that paid them to come and film on that resort.
It's hilarious.
Like, he falls. If anything, it just shows, hey, look, we get fat dumbasses to come to our park.
Please
you
come
should come
here.
Fat dumbasses.
Please come here.
Yeah,
we're not lonely.
Look at the way they trashed our place. Wouldn't you want to come?
So you can trash it for yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the way that you could decide it, I'm going to bring a stark parallel. Star Wars prequels versus Call of Duty. And then, well, Star Wars prequels and Call of Duty, we're going to metaphorically link them for a minute. And I'm going to put a cutaway in here to help me illustrate a point, because it's the only way to really prove it to the audience. Alec, my friend, has seen it because we are a fan of Red Letter Media. Mm-hmm. He's Mr. Plinkett.
Yep.
Yeah, the creepy pizza roll guy.
Promotion.
Yeah, we like him.
Promotion.
We have no affiliation to him. He's just a great guy.
Promotion.
So, at one point in this video, I'm thinking to myself, well, if we were to correlate the Star Wars prequels with Call of Duty, and then, I don't know, a really good game, let's just think Batman Arkham City / I don't know, what's a really good story-driven game that has good action?
Really good story-driven game that has good action. Witcher.
Okay, yeah, fine, Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher. I have to go with that.
Thought you were going to say Rise for a minute.
I was literally about to, but then I was like, no, I'm going to keep this serious for a little bit. But literally, Witcher does have a really good story, and it's a story-driven game with really good gameplay in it, so.
Yeah.
And it's the latest one I've been playing, so.
So if I forget to put it in, yeah.
Where are you going with this?
Tom put the clip in. Okay, now that we're back, I'm talking about, from what you just saw in that footage, he's talking about what a lightsaber battle is really about. And you remember this.
Yeah.
He would show the badass stuff happening in Phantom Menace and say that was not what a lightsaber battle was at its core.
It was the emotions.
Yeah, so he showed that A New Hope, yes, that lightsaber battle looked really stupid, even though Obi-Wan did have this really sick, like, twirl move.
Oh, yeah.
In the original. Do you remember that? They're having this really pathetic fight, and then he does this really unnecessary 360. He just circles around.
Dude, Obi-Wan was a fucking badass in that movie. He was there for, like, what, half an hour?
Yeah. Here's the best part, other than the obvious Steel character who only had 10 minutes of screen time, but became the most iconic villain in movie history.
Yep. Rip in peace. Rip in peace, Ben Kenobi.
Rip in peace, damn, I'm trying to remember his name. I always remember who this guy is. Alec Guinness, that's his name. Rest in peace, Alec Guinness.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Dude, did you not see how old he was in 1970-something when they filmed A New Hope?
Well, you know, some people can live. Donald Trump looks like he's 175.
Yeah, but Alec Guinness didn't have no toupee.
True.
Yeah. So, like, as you guys saw, a lightsaber battle isn't about the cool stuff going down. The lightsaber battle is about the emotion behind the battle, which gives it context and makes you care about what's going on. And like Red Letter Media said, infinitely the duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan years later on the Death Star is far more interesting than all the CGI crap you can put into a screen for the Revenge of the Sith battle. And I take the same exact stance with video games. Call of Duty is like that Mustafar lightsaber battle, while I would view Witcher or Heavy Rain or Batman Arkham City as the original trilogy lightsaber battles, where yes, it had the action, but it had the character development and it got you to care about what was going on. Obviously, I want to sit down sometimes in my boxers and shoot people in Call of Duty. That is not the argument here.
Sweet release.
Yeah, I mean, the UBR does not endorse laziness. But, pretty much, I'm trying to say that Call of Duty, yeah, it's playable, but art is not being able to sit down in your boxers and play a game. I know that I might not be making much sense right now, so I'm going off the cuff, and I'm not having the time to articulate like I normally do in my reviews. Alec, you get where I'm trying to go with this?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to say that pretty much a game is not art if you're able to sit down and just press buttons. If it gets you to be intrigued and care about what's going on or be invested in the gameplay or something like that, then yeah, it's art. Just like how the prequels are not art. However, the Death Star trench run from Episode 4 is one of the best scenes in movie history. That's what it boils down to.
I'd have to agree with you on that part, but again, you showed us the definition on Google yourself. It's a work of passion, and I still go by that even if you're just recreating something that's been done a million times before, there's gotta be something that's making you do it besides just the money. Because I mean, I get what you're saying in the whole, like, there's no art, there's no passion in it when it's just being recreated. But I don't know where I'm going with this, but so you take over, Tom. I need to think about my words.
I'm pretty much saying that, like, god damn, this topic is very tricky. Okay, artifice is how you say it in French.
No, it's l'art.
Les art.
No, l'art.
Les art.
You don't pronounce the S. It's just there.
Oh, well,
it makes it confusing when somebody says that, though, because, like, L-E is masculine and then L-E-S is everything. It's like they, basically.
But anyways,
French student over here.
I guess that what we're trying, Chinese student over here in the back of the room, not being able to be very relevant.
Yep, basically.
But
unless some Mandarin pops up on the screen right now, nothing's gonna happen to you.
I just told you to fuck yourself on the screen.
Really?
No, I'm not gonna edit that in.
Please edit that in.
I might. It depends.
Just put it in the bottom corner of, like, the podcast information or whatever you put on the thing.
I'll have to do that. But
fuck are you?
pretty much what we're trying to get at is that art is very subjective person to person. If you tend to, I'm a very liberal person. You guys might be able to tell this from our constant bashing of Toupee Head.
Yep.
However, I tend to take a more conservative view towards video games. He tends to be more liberal. That's fine. That's what makes us interesting. However, I believe that art needs to have emotional connection or investment in the gameplay. So this one, I guess I'm going to have to punch my dog and say that...
shit. Ah! You just hit me. He just hit me.
Yeah. I guess that we're
He
going to
didn't even punch his dog. He punched me.
We're going to have to... I don't know. Maybe you can take this over for a minute. State your position while I articulate my thoughts.
All right. My position is that no matter what happens to the video game franchise, like, there was passion in there originally, and it carries over no matter how small it is to the next game in the series and the next one. So there's still that little bit of passion that was originally in, like, the first Call of Duty game, and it's still there in COD Black Ops 37 or whatever they're making now. It's still there. It's just so small and shriveled up that it doesn't really matter. It's become corporate, but it's still, my point is, it's still there, making the next Call of Duty game still art.
I can feel the good in you, the conflict.
Yeah.
There is no conflict. Oh God.
Why are you looking this video up, Tom?
So
oh my God, he just hit his dog. Oh my God, why? We did not just find a video on YouTube of a dog crying. This is actually Tom beating up his dog. Oh my God, it's making me cry. Alright, this is literally going to make me cry. Who subscribes to this? Who subscribes to a dog crying? Literally, that's like for heartless people, I think.
Okay, so all terrible.
No offense to heartless people.
Yeah, don't. The UBR does not advocate animal abuse.
Nope.
So well,
we might have to edit that part out if we don't. But
and well, what do you mean? Why would we? I have a real dog.
Sure you do. You probably just beat up that at home.
All right.
Again, if the mic quality doesn't come out, it just might sound really weird if beat off at home.
Might sound like I'm beating off right here if that mic quality doesn't work.
Yeah, true.
But
shit me.
pretty much my stance, if I'm going to say this, he got his statement delivered, so he smacked my dog, and we decided on that. Now, me, I'm under the specific ideology that it needs to be a passion project, and I think that we came to a consensus here. Like, yes, everything has that little bit in it, no matter how shriveled up or prevalent it may be. Ergo, all video games are a form of art.
Yep.
So fuck you if you put in the comments, of course they're going to say it's a form of art.
Fuck you!
Go away, we don't want you here. Except
Yeah.
watch our video, we want your retention.
Yeah, just watch it for
Oh.
25 minutes, please.
Mute
Just
it, and then go back to whatever strange,
please.
dark website you were on.
Literally just have like 37 tabs open with our video on it with 37 different YouTube accounts, and we'll literally pay you. Or you might pay us,
Yeah,
but
you can get the $1 we get
Yeah.
in profits.
that $1 is going to become something. It's going to be memorable as our first dollar.
I could buy one cookie for that.
You literally could, but you could also invest it in something and make
Who
more money
wants
off
to
it.
invest?
No one likes investing.
So, if I could really wrap this up with anything at this point, I would say that we've come to a consensus that all video games are a form of art. Are we in agreement?
Yep, I am in agreement right now.
Although to varying degrees, admittedly.
Yep.
Okay.
Just varies. So, I guess that's the end of it all, and you can do your fucking outro, or whatever you want to do.
If you got it down, you can try it. I'll correct you if you're wrong.
All right.
Wait, I gotta take the precautions. I didn't bring my soundboard with me. I should have.
I think I have one on my iPad, but it's upstairs. I don't want to.
All right.
Don't want to go walk all the way up the stairs. Yeah, wait for it. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. The UBR does not advocate racism.
Okay.
I was close. All right.
It's been Tom and Alec from the UBR. We do not promote any of the things we brought up. Respect women, equal rights. Do not abuse your pets.
No racism. Fuck you.
So, we do not condone any terrible opinions. This is not meant to offend anybody. This is completely off the cuff improv. No. I want you to check out the channel. God damn you. You should record to the channel. You should check out our actual unbiased reviews.
I am literally just gonna. Oh crap! This one might be loud. I'm not gonna do that one.
Yeah. You guys should check out our channel. You should come and check out the unbiased reviews we have. You check out our random gameplay videos. If you're stuck on a Bloodborne boss or anything like that, or if you want us to put up any kind of gameplay, just request it. We will do it, and all that good jazz. And we will see you guys later. Shut up, YouTube. That's what happens when we play around with fake soundboards.
Yep.
So is there anything you want to try it again?
Game over. Oh, I don't want to read it.
Come on,
Game
try
over.
again. Try again.
Oh, do I really have to?
Yeah, try again.
All right.
Try again.
You played it too early.
Try again.
This has been Tom and Alec from the UBR, and we do not advocate any of the stuff we said in this video. Equal rights for women and all that jazz. What the fuck? I did it right. Was that right? I swear that's right.